So we're sitting here and waiting for the duck to finish cooking, and we're just talking about the holidays. We are making this duck for a Thanksgiving dinner. As an expat digital nomad, I think Thanksgiving is probably the most difficult holiday to be away from home, just because I associate it with being with my extended family, sharing all of these moments. You know, it's about loving each other and appreciation. But we are so thankful that we get to experience this life and travel around together. And we're also super thankful that we get to share this with you on our channel. So please make sure that you're subscribing and follow along. And we hope that everybody out there gets to enjoy these beautiful experiences together, be it Christmas or any other holiday that you get. Okay, so we are going to be cooking a roast duck tonight, and we got our groceries that we were missing delivered from Sunflower Farmer Market. It's in downtown Gaul. They do all organic and they grow a lot of their own lettuce, which I find difficult to find here. So let's open it up and see what we got. So our most important ingredient is the fresh rosemary. But I find it difficult to find fresh herb. It smells so good, and they grow a lot of this themselves with either aquaponics or hydroponics, I'm not sure which. I accidentally ordered 200 grams not knowing how much that was, and it's a very large amount. So we will be drying a lot of this to use later. Then they sent us a pomegranate for a salad that we'll be using later. A big bunch of lemongrass, which we won't need for this recipe, but it's always great to have. Fresh lemons. In Sri Lanka, I can find tons and tons of lime, but I can never find lemon. And then lots of big red onions, which are very important for our duck tonight. So thank you, Sunflower Farmers Market. This will be great. Now the duck is next. The duck we bought from a local butcher. It is very fresh. So this duck came from Barakat Market in Central Gaul. They prepared it just for us. Cut out all of this part. I just want to have. Wow. How could the neck cut? Or they didn't cut the neck for me. That's okay. Yeah. That's so funny. Oh my god. Wow, so here is our duck. So I'm just patting dry the skin. Even though we're adding oil to it, you don't want water because that won't give you a crispy skin. So we're just drying this down as much as we can. So we are going to clean and quarter about 4 onions, and that's going to go underneath this duck as the base. And what's going to happen is it'll soak up all the juices from the duck. And this is how we're going to make our gravy. So it'll get all the juice of the duck fat and become really flavorful. So now we're just going to quarter these onions. Okay. And These are going to go into the pan along with the turkey neck, which we're putting at the bottom. And we'll just spread these all around. Now we place our duck on top and we're ready to season. Should I call her to do the duck with me or just let her be? I'm just prepping some salt and black pepper. I like to use a good quality black pepper, like as much as you can. Throw it in there like that. And I just feel it out, you know. Olive oil to coat our duck. Rub this in and this will help all of your herbs stick, your spices stick to it. Start sprinkling with salt. And then this is my main ingredient that we're adding on, and this is clove. The clove and duck are a really yummy mixture, especially when we add in the grapes that we'll use for this gravy. And it's ready. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and then we'll pop it in the oven at 350. I've been preheating the oven. We're going to cook it for an hour and a half and we will take it out a few times and baste it with the fat that comes out. And then we will add in the grapes and cook it again for another 30 minutes. Okay, this is one of the most important parts. Take a handful of this fresh rosemary that we got and stuff it inside the cavity here. It'll kind of steam inside of there and flavor all of the meat. A little extra, I'll just throw it over. Should I do the oven trick to test it? Or should I just have faith and throw it in? So our dial on the oven doesn't work. It doesn't tell us the temperature. So I read that you preheat your oven to what you think is about 350. Then you take sugar and you put it in a pan and you put it in. And if it melts within a certain time frame, then your oven is hot enough. If it doesn't melt, not hot enough. If it burns, too hot. So I'll have to pull up the time that it has to be in because I forget. Google will tell me. This will be not fun to clean. Sugar in a pan, but that's okay. So if you don't have a thermometer and you don't know the temperature of your oven, this is how you can check it.
Melt sugar.
All right, timer, what time is it? So a check-in on the sugar trick, it's supposed to be 15 minutes and your sugar should melt completely. Mine melted a little too quickly, so I turned down the oven temperature and the duck is going in. An hour and a half, we'll check it sporadically and baste it before we do the rest. we're making this duck for Thanksgiving. In the US, I will always make a turkey, but we went and we checked it out here and the turkeys were huge. So it didn't make sense for a family of 3 to do that. So this is the first time I'm ever making a duck for Thanksgiving, but it's nostalgic for me because growing up, I would always go out with my family and duck was the thing I ordered every single time. So I hope that this one turns out perfectly. Now to go along with Thanksgiving dinner, we're making Arabella's favorite mashed potatoes. Take a big chunk of butter and put it in this pot. I already boiled my potatoes. Yeah, olive oil always helps butter not burn. Let this start to melt down.
Hi, Arabella.
These potatoes I boiled a little bit earlier. And Bells, may I please have... That's okay, don't pick that one up. And we need the milk, honey. And we like to put a good amount of milk into our potatoes. Fresh, really creamy milk. And now, because I don't have a traditional masher, I'm just gonna use this fork, watch out babe. Mash these potatoes in with the milk and butter. And then we'll top it off with some black pepper, salt, and melted cheese. I love potatoes with the skin at all times. It's where all the nutrients. Okay, so now if you look at the potatoes, they're nice and mashed. We do like to leave a few little chunkier parts. It's just our preference. Adding in some pepper, and now I will grate some of this cheese. I'm using cheddar. The duck is just starting. It's only been in for 20 minutes or so, but we'll take a peek at that.
What was it?
Take a little taste.
Cheesy, creamy.
And delicious. Mwah, chef's kiss. Okay.
Nice looking dress. That is it.
All right, let's give this one more taste. Now it's perfect. It needed a little bit of extra milk and salt. So our duck has been roasting for an hour and 40 minutes. Now we're going to take it out of the oven. Ooh, it definitely smells good. Right up here. Now you could pour out some of this juice and save the fat, but I'm going to keep it all for our gravy because I would like a lot of gravy. Now we're going to add a mixture of these green and red grapes. You can use any type of grape that you want, but I think the mixture of color will make it really nice and tasty. Put this around. First, I'm going to get a little of the sauce and baste the chicken or the duck again. Pour this. Oh, look at all this delicious gravy that we're going to have afterwards. Right, just keep it nice and moist like this. Oh, this is going to be so yummy. Throw in all of these grapes. And we will put this back in the oven for 30 more minutes. Same temperature, nothing to change there. And those grapes and the onion are going to get smashed together and all the juices will go into the gravy. So it'll be sweet and tart and savory. And I can't wait. Now, while this is cooking, I'm going to just roast up some broccoli with garlic, and then we'll make the gravy and we'll be ready. All right, let's see. What? I cooked. Now I'm gonna give it a little taste. So I'm just adding salt is really what it needs. All right. After over 2 hours of cooking, we were all pretty tired and so hungry. But really, that's what Thanksgiving is all about. So we gathered around the table and enjoyed this delicious meal. We paired our duck with some charred broccoli and the cheesy mashed potatoes, and it was absolutely delicious. I definitely recommend this recipe, especially if you've never tried cooking whole duck before. Happy Thanksgiving! Please subscribe.